All right, at this time on the schedule, we were scheduled to have Coach Heish Northern on from Prairie View A&M.
Heishma Northern is here.
Oh, well, good morning, Coach. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, we weren't sure if you were going to be able to join us on the call. We were all prepared for your assistant to take your place this morning. We're glad you were able to join us.
Yeah, you guys were a little bit ahead of schedule, and I'm standing up outside the press conference. We got started about 5 o'clock this morning doing a couple of TV stations and radio stations promoting the game this week. But, going back to last week's game versus Jackson, it was, a tale of two halves. We started off, got out 10-0, played with great momentum, great passion, and came out the second half and ended up they scored on their first possession. And it looked like from then we couldn't get any momentum going back on our side. We missed too many tackles, dropped too many passes. If you name it, we did it wrong in the second half, and we just couldn't sort of get out of our own way once again.
All right, and coming up this week, you have the State Fair Classic against Grambling State in Dallas. Talk about that game a little bit.
Well, it's obviously a big game. Both schools have quite a few alums. It's in our state. So, we look forward to getting out there. And fortunately for somebody and unfortunately for the other team, one team is going to end up with their first win and one team is going to continue being defeated, as they say. So we look forward to it. We know it's supposed to be good weather, and usually good weather equates to a big crowd. And I know our guys will look forward to, just being ready to come out and play, and hopefully we can put together 4 quarters of good football.
All right, questions for Coach Northern. Floor is open for questions for Coach Heish Northern.
Hey, Coach Northern, good morning. This is Charles Edmond from WPRL.
Yes, sir.
Just when you're looking at your team right now, is it offense, defense, special teams, a little bit of all of it, or just maybe one over the other?
You talking about that's playing bad or that's playing good? I think it's a combination of everybody sort of having time. I'll just say, for the way that we played in the first half, no way would I think that we would have played that bad in the second half. I think we on the first drive that they had, we dropped 2 interceptions and had a for sure tackle that would have gotten them off the field and sort of taken their momentum away. But when you do the negative plays or the don't finish plays, the other team took advantage of it. It's just like walking somebody in baseball. A lot of times those things come back to haunt you, and sure enough, it did. But they did a good job. They were a much bigger team. They had a power running game. They threw in a wrinkle of the option that we didn't defend well, and they made plays. And the bottom line is we didn't make plays. So, and it was all around. Some of our receivers I think had a chance. We had 3. Probably for sure, if the guy catches the ball, it's a touchdown that we didn't convert on. Then we dropped a snap on the punt that they recovered for a touchdown. So it's some I guess if you want to say put it that way, not to blame the players, but it's blame enough to spread around. And I told my guys that includes the coaching staff. We got to do a better job of making adjustments or getting people in and out of the ball games at certain times. Change our format. I told our guys, I'm open to some suggestions. And some guys brought me some things that I thought were valid that I will try to use. But at the same time, I can't just say, well, the offense did good and the defense did bad. It's a whole lot to go around as far as who needs to play better and who needs to coach better.
Further questions for Coach Northern?
Hey, Coach, this is Charles again. You were talking a little bit about the Prairie View Grambling rivalry, just from the overall perspective of, all of our teams playing these big classics. You play in a couple, obviously, the classic with Texas Southern, this one. How big is this classic compared when you look at the economics and the finances? I know you don't really get into the numbers, but just in terms of the big picture, how big is this game, let's say, compared to Texas Southern? Any difference? Any bigger?
I look at them pretty much all the same. The only thing that to me that's different, both the alums, they obviously want to be Texas Southern more than they want to be anybody else in the world. I actually had one lady tell me that she loved me like a son, but if I lose to Texas Southern again, she was going to forget I ever existed. So is that type of rivalry from that standpoint. But the Grambling game, I just think the atmosphere is so different. You ride through the fairgrounds, you got people waving pom-poms as the buses pass by, passing by the locker room. There's a lot of other things going around as far as concerts and all those types of things. So I think it's a great environment for the guys, and I think it's great excitement for the fans and the alums that travel to see the game. Like I said, I remember when I coached at Grambling, and on Fridays or sometimes on Thursday afternoon, it was almost like a ghost town the week of the State Fair Classic, because everyone would be on their way headed to Dallas. And it's pretty much the same way at Prairie View. That's all people want to talk about is the Labor Day Classic and the State Fair Classic. So, we have to go out and put on a great showing for our alums, just to get that victory taste in our mouth.
More questions for Coach Northern? All right, Coach, we know you have a busy morning ahead of you and a busy week in preparation for the State Fair Classic, so we won't hold on to you too long. So just want to wish you luck this Saturday against Grambling State. It's that game, once again, kickoff 6 o'clock in Dallas this